Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. General Hospital woke up Lulu Spencer, and her first encounter after her coma was Cody Bell. So, was GH dropping a hint about what's ahead? I know many fans noticed the chemistry between them and felt a vibe. I saw it too. So, it could be Dant Falconery's best bud and his not comatose ex might fall into a strange new romance. Of course, many avid fans expect Lulu to reconcile with Dant right away. But I expect it'll take another route on GH. Lulu Spencer might be ready to rekindle things. Remember, she wanted to tell Dant she loved him before her coma on General Hospital. But I suspect they have a long road to reconciliation, and Cody might be a distraction for Lulu in the meantime. Recent GH episodes have Dant caught up in grief over Sam McCall's death. Plus, he feels guilty she died after saving Lulu Spencer's life, so he needs to deal with his grief first. But it's hard to imagine when he'd be emotionally available to consider a relationship. Meanwhile, Cody Bell is very single and vibed with Lulu on General Hospital. In today's update, Belinda from Soap Dirt discusses Cody Bell and how he and Lulu might comfort each other. Because Cody's also in a dark place after losing Sasha Gilmore to the cousin curse. See how and why Lulu and Cody could be a perfect match in the video. In the fast-paced world of soap operas, where twists, turns, and unpredictable romantic pairings often keep fans on the edge of their seats, General Hospital has continually managed to surprise audiences with fresh takes on familiar characters. One of the most intriguing and unexpected developments in recent months has been the undeniable chemistry between Lulu Spencer and Cody Bell. For years, Lulu was an integral part of the canvas as a fiercely independent, strong-willed woman, known for her relationships with characters like Dant Falconery and even her tumultuous history with her father, Luke Spencer. Cody Bell, a relatively newer addition to the show, arrived in Port Charles with a mysterious past, trying to leave behind his troubled history while forging his path in the present. His introduction into the General Hospital universe had fans curious about his role. But little did they know that his evolving dynamic with Lulu would soon become one of the most captivating storylines in recent memory. The pair, both facing their own personal demons and unresolved emotional baggage, initially seemed like an unlikely match. Lulu's recent struggles with regaining her voice after the traumatic events she endured, including the loss of her ability to speak following a kidnapping, and Cody's somewhat roguish charm made them seem worlds apart. However, as their interactions grew, so did their undeniable connection. Lulu's return to the canvas, after being away for some time, brought a fresh perspective to her character. While she initially came back to focus on reconnecting with her family, especially her beloved son, Rocco, and her ex-husband Dante, she was also grappling with her own sense of identity. The Lulu fans had known had always been defined by her relationships with her father, her family, and her former partners. But the woman who returned to Port Charles was different. More self-reliant, more independent, yet still vulnerable in many ways. Enter Cody Bell, the charming and elusive former conman who had arrived in Port Charles as an enigma. With his checkered past and a few secrets of his own, Cody quickly became a figure shrouded in mystery. Though his initial interactions with the residents of Port Charles were mixed, there was an instant camaraderie between him and Lulu when they first crossed paths. What started as an unlikely friendship soon blossomed into something more. At first, it wasn't love at first sight. There was no dramatic moment where they locked eyes and instantly knew they were meant to be together. Instead, it was the slow, steady build of mutual respect and attraction that caught the attention of fans. There was something compelling about their back-and-forth banter, the way they seemed to understand each other without words, and the shared experiences of being in the shadow of others, whether it was Lulu's connection to her famous family or Cody's struggle to overcome his criminal past. As Lulu navigated the complications of her family life, particularly with her father's legacy and the constant presence of Dante, she found a surprising ally in Cody. He wasn't part of her usual circle, but his no-nonsense attitude, coupled with his genuine interest in supporting her without expecting anything in return, made him an appealing and somewhat mysterious figure in her life. Fans began to take notice of the growing bond between Lulu and Cody during several key moments. Whether it was Cody offering her a shoulder to lean on after an emotionally charged conversation with Dant or the quiet moments they shared at the Metro Court or Kelly's, there was a palpable tension between them. It wasn't just friendship, there was an undercurrent of something more, though neither of them seemed to acknowledge it at first. The real turning point came when Lulu faced a significant crisis, one that forced her to reckon with her own future and what she truly wanted out of her life. While many of her old friends were wrapped up in their own dramatic storylines, it was Cody who consistently showed up for her, offering support and, in his own way, helping her regain some of her lost confidence. It became clear that he wasn't just there as a friend. He genuinely cared about her, and his feelings for her were beginning to deepen. Cody's complexity as a character played into this development. He was never the typical knight in shining armor, but that was exactly what made his connection with Lulu so interesting. He had a past that he was desperate to escape, and Lulu, as a person who had faced her own challenges, understood him in a way that few others did. Their shared vulnerability was something that brought them closer, and as their trust in each other grew, so did the undeniable chemistry between them. It didn't take long for fans to pick up on the sparks between Lulu and Cody. The online fanbase quickly became divided between those who wanted to see the pairing explored further and those who were still holding out hope for a reunion between Lulu and Dante. However, the undeniable chemistry between the two characters kept fans intrigued, and every time they shared a scene together, it felt like there was more to their relationship than met the eye. Their chemistry was both sweet and intense, and it felt organic rather than forced. Fans were especially drawn to the moments where they'd share quiet conversations, offering each other comfort, or when they would lock eyes and share a knowing look, as though the rest of the world faded away in those fleeting moments. There was a sense of genuine warmth between them that made their dynamic stand out amidst the usual melodrama of Port Charles. The storyline surrounding Lulu and Cody has been incredibly refreshing because it taps into a different kind of romance. Rather than being driven by obsession or grand gestures, it's a slow burn that builds on mutual respect, shared experiences, and the quiet moments that define real relationships. Viewers are invested not only in the romantic possibilities, but also in how the pairing could help both characters grow in new directions. Given the developing nature of their bond, many fans have begun to speculate that a full-blown romance between Lulu and Cody might be on the horizon. Could these two characters, whose paths seemed so different when they first crossed, become the next major couple in Port Charles? There are certainly plenty of signs pointing to a potential romantic future for them, though how the writers choose to develop their relationship remains to be seen. Lulu has been through a lot, emotionally and physically, since her return to Port Charles, and Cody's support has been invaluable to her. Similarly, Cody, who has often found himself in the shadows of other storylines, could find in Lulu a partner who truly sees him for who he is, not for his past mistakes. This shared journey toward healing and understanding is something that could bring them closer together in ways no one expected. While there's still much to be explored with their characters, the chemistry between Lulu and Cody has left fans eagerly awaiting what might come next. Whether or not they end up as a romantic pairing, one thing is clear: their connection is undeniable, and whatever the future holds for these two, it's sure to be anything but predictable. In the world of soap operas, surprises are a given, but Lulu and Cody's evolving storyline proves that even the most unexpected pairings can captivate audiences when the chemistry is right. Will this slow-burn friendship blossom into a full-fledged romance? Only time will tell, but for now, the journey of Lulu and Cody is one fans are excited to continue watching unfold.